Most of the students who take examinations by Cambridge usually have problems with the way they interact with their classmate, with the other candidate. One of the criteria that we pay attention to is interactive communication. And the problem is that they try to do the speaking exam very mechanically, just by responding to the questions, saying the answers, and just automatically saying, oh, I agree, I don't agree. And one of the things that we do pay attention, especially when you go up the levels, if you go from, for example, from first to advanced or even proficiency, students forget about being polite or acknowledging what the other person said. Also, they have problems with the way of expressing ideas when it comes to speculating, saying something that they think it's probably, or likely or unlikely. Especially in the first certificate, they usually say this is a doctor, and they have to speculate a little bit more. So they need a lot of language for speculation as well. I would say that in terms of pronunciation, students have problems with consonant clusters. A cluster is when you put a group of consonants together. For example, when they say the word crisps, they sometimes say crisp or crips, and which sounds a little different and odd. They also have problems with certain vowels, especially with the long and short vowels. So, you know, the typical example, sheep, ship, did, deed, which might affect communication. Now, in terms, as an examiner myself, we do pay attention to how that can affect communication, if it blocks communication. You need to have good pronunciation, yes, but it has to be understandable and not really affect intelligibility. So my recommendation for students is do a lot of listening, pay attention to how other speakers, fluent speakers, it doesn't have to be native speakers, but people with success in English speaking, how they produce the sounds. For example, you might find videos with Antonio Banderas or Penelope Cruz doing interviews, and even though they're not native speakers, they produce English at a very good level, even though they don't have perfect pronunciation, but they can serve as a model for good, clear pronunciation. So in terms of for taking examinations, practice makes perfect. Do a lot of listening, understand how the phonetic symbols can help you to improve on your own, and speak, record yourself, listen to yourself, and practice makes perfect.